Welcome to Solution Focused World. I'm Joe George, and today we're going to be looking at more solution focused variations, focusing on Dr. Linda Metcalf's solution focused genius model. It is the briefest of the brief. Hopefully you'll find it interesting. If for nothing else, the contrast is kind of cool. And if you've been liking these and entering through things like Facebook or Twitter, please consider subscribing and liking, and hopefully you'll find this useful. If you do want to dig around into the foundational aspects, if solution-focused thinking is new to you, please go back and look at some of the earlier episodes, like episode 2, which is the foundation of solution-focused thinking. It's linked to this slideshow, which you can get in the description below, as well as my email. For example, if you're a person who has some successes that you'd be willing to share, I'm starting interviews, and hopefully you'd be willing to do that and be a focal point of an upcoming episode. Dr. Metcalf is a therapist and the head of counseling at Texas Wesleyan University. And even though she uses all the aspects of solution-focused thinking, she really delves specifically into the best hope, preferred future, and exceptions. And if you've never been to her website, solutionfocusedschools.com, the Solution Focused Schools Conference is coming up at the end of October. If you haven't registered, you can click on the icon in the upper right-hand corner. If you can't make that, or even if you can, go to the free resources on the website. Just click on it, and you'll see if you scroll down, she has a bunch of free resources, and it's fascinating to how you can look at that and tailor them to your own needs. Consider checking them out. She also has a bunch of books and resources linked that you'll find interesting. To understand how the solution-focused genius approach is different, you really need to look at a common approach. So most people start off with some kind of best hope and clarifier. So looking at what the best hope is, and then what the difference that it would make to the person's life to make sure that they're on the right track to kind of just secure a contract and move forward. Then they'll look at what does it look like in the past or currently when the problem isn't there, to look at what they're good at, proud of, the descriptions, actions, and people involved so they can extrapolate forward and use it into building that preferred future. They'll segue using the miracle or tomorrow question and then really roll around for the bulk of the time in the preferred future, getting descriptions, actions, and people involved to look at what it looks like when after the problem or challenge has been overcome. And then have a takeaway where they look at the key things that want to be remembered or the observations to segue out before at the end of the first session. Dr. Metcalf doesn't really do that. What she really dives into is starting with the best hope, and that's with individuals or small groups that she's working with. And after she's really delved around into the best hope, and she's pretty sure she has going in the right direction for all stakeholders involved, she'll use the miracle question to segue over to what it looks like in the preferred future after the challenge has been overcome. And she'll get details in that for the descriptions, actions, and people involved to look at the great wish, what the best hope is after it's already happening. And then she'll spend most of the time with the person or people rolling around in the exceptions, looking at when small bits of that preferred future are already happening currently. And it gets people to focus on the fact that 90% of the time, the challenge that's being discussed isn't a problem. So it's looking at when the diamonds are happening, so you can really help everyone thoroughly understand what's happening when the good stuff is going on. And looking at the descriptions, actions, and people involved. And then after that, they've rolled around in the exceptions so often, frequently, that's it. Even though they've taken notes and they've written down some of the key takeaways, they don't really spend a huge time looking at, okay, what does everyone want to remember? How are we going to know what's going to be working? All that stuff. She really does the best hope, preferred future, exceptions, tells everyone just to watch for signs things are going well. And then when they meet in a week or two, they start with what's been going well since they last talked. And then exploring, again, the best hope, preferred future, and exceptions to make sure that everything is going on the desired path. If you found this useful, please subscribe or like. And again, if you want to be featured in an upcoming episode and you have a bunch of stuff that you think is worth sharing, you do. Please email me. We can talk. Hopefully we can feature you in an upcoming episode. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.